Well, at least one investor is raking in a huge gain from that Southwest AirTran deal. An investor who bought 759 bullish AirTran options last week scored a 14-fold gain after Southwest agreed to buy the company. Bloomberg reporter Kearns, he follows the options market, and he's here to talk about it. Seems pretty lucky, doesn't it?
Yes. This is what, when these things happen, what we look at the tape going back before large deals are announced, and also market makers and traders do too. And so this is something that people were talking about this morning. We talked to Trade Alert, which is a firm in New York that makes software, and we talked to them about it. And this was something that there was really nothing there on the tape until last week, and then suddenly a big contract buy came in, and there it was at a level that the stock had been underneath for several months.
What was the level?
These were the contracts that were purchased were all November 5 calls, so options to buy the stock at $5 before expiration in November. The stock had been under $5 since June,
and of course jumped today to, as you can see, around $7.40.
Yeah, so you immediately got more than $2 back on the deal. So the way it works is that if you got these, they were very cheap because the stock was above that level, and so these cost 15 cents last week, and then they opened at a little more than $2 today.
Anything about this unusual at all?
The thing that's unusual is it just is an enormous amount of volume. Not enormous. It's not a giant trade, but this is
relatively.
Yes, this is AirTran options, not the biggest series on the market,
Sure.
and the call volume for AirTran before this was about 200 contracts a day. So one single trade.
Wow, this is how the guy did.
That's amazing.
It's not bad. So this is what people were looking at this morning.
So Jeff, quickly, is it luck or more?
Well, we talked to the people we talked to said that it may be a little extra lucky, and no one really can be that lucky. So this is the kind of thing that you hear from options people, because sometimes people are concerned, like if you're a market maker and you're on the other side of this trade and you sell these contracts to someone, then you come in the morning on Monday and there's been a deal announced, you're going to have to pay out. So.
Yeah. Just quickly too, when you get something like this, is it routine for the SEC to investigate something like this?
I can't tell you what's routine in their office, but it is something that they have investigated. They do look at these things, and it has led to some of their biggest insider trading prosecutions in the last few years. Right. TXU was notable a few years ago, and so we'll see.